What's up, everybody? Jerry James here for another edition of the GM's Corner. Special edition today. We're on the road with Jerry James. Rolling down the highway while I get this one done. Had kind of a rough day yesterday and had some shit go on where I wasn't able to finish it on time. But told you guys, I promised you guys I would get it out before the weekend was over, so here it is. Oh, let's see, what do we want to talk about? We got Sin City coming up. We got one more episode of Madness to get through. I guess we gotta watch that. It's time for the pay-per-view. But let's do a quick little recap of our most recent episode of Wildfire. Start off. I thought it was a pretty good show. Crowd seemed like they were into it the entire night. We saw some good matches. Had some more questions get raised, and we saw some people live up to their own hype. So let's just dive into it. We started the night with a debut. The Future. One of our new signings, finally got his chance to show us what he can do in the ring. And picked up an impressive win over the Hall of Famer, Donnie Atomic. So, the future is looking bright for him. We'll see what he can do going forward. After that, we had, hang on, what did we have? We had some more questions raised concerning the whole situation with Blackwood Turner and Razor and Roxanne. Blackwood came to the ring and was having a one-on-one match with Tombstone. And we got the little video playing on the screen again from Roxanne, the spooky music, lights went out, all that jazz. Lights come back up, and lo and behold, there's Razor Parker in the ring. Don't know where he came from, how he got there, what his deal was. But he laid Tombstone out with a power bomb. And then Blackwood Turner took advantage of it, got the cover. 1, 2, 3. So we're still trying to figure out what is going on there. Are they trying to recruit Blackwood Turner? Is this some sort of plot between the three of them to get somewhere? We'll find out, hopefully, by the end of the pay-per-view. But we're still looking into that one. Next match after that. The Mob Father, Pitt Machiavelli. We've seen him in the ring earlier on that first episode, I believe it was, after the draft, where he was part of the Fatal 4-Way challenging for contendership for the Intercontinental title. And we've seen him come out with the Mob when they had their tag team match last week against Vicious and Delicious. But this was his first one-on-one singles match on Wildfire. And he made pretty quick work of another Hall of Famer in Austin James. So things are looking good for Pitt going forward as well. And I've got a special announcement for you and the Mob coming up, Pitt. Then this one is definitely still bothering me, and I've already had to try to calm Sleazy and Cooter down over this, but we had somebody hack the cameras and interrupt the video feed, and the British Combat Club was in the parking lot outside the arena, and they talking a little bit of shit towards Sleazy and Cooter. And they blew up the Smoke Boys' fucking RV. That has not gone over well. And I can imagine that match between the British Combat Club and the Smoke Boys at the pay-per-view is going to get ugly. Security ran off trying to chase them, and last I heard they were still trying to track those guys down. But Sleazy and Cooter are coming for revenge. Now, back to the ring, we had Victor Venom versus Tufan. Victor had been wanting to get back in the ring, get a match under his belt, and he did. We've seen him, but the only time we'd seen him was when he came out last week and made an appearance to confront Sander Cool. I still don't know what's going on there, and they have not been able to get those two to squash their differences for some reason. Victor picked up the win over Tufan, and wouldn't you know who showed up? Out of nowhere, here comes Sander, and attacked Victor with a kendo stick. So there's still something obviously deep-seated there that we need to get figured out. Because Sander has got his match coming up at the pay-per-view for the Intercontinental title. I can't be having anything distracting him or messing that up, so I'm still working that situation out as well. Then, our Intercontinental title himself, Stunning Sean Franklin, was in action in a non-title match where he picked up a win over Johnny Stark after a really good match. The crowd was definitely into that one. It went back and forth for a while, and Stunning Sean was able to come out with the pinfall. Good match. I really liked it. And it gets the champ warmed up a little bit before we go into the pay-per-view. Then we got some interesting things. We go to the co-main event where we had a visitor from Madness when the women's champion, Mrs. Amazing, showed up to defend the title against our challenger, Sophie. Now, if you remember back, Sophie won that women's battle royal to earn the shot at the title. And Madness will have a new challenger for the women's title by the time we get to Sin City. So this was Sophie's shot to cash in her chance, and it was a great match. Both ladies put it all on the line. It went back and forth, and it really could have gone either way until, you know, Mrs. Amazing is the champ, so she's got that little bit of something extra to her. Mrs. Amazing was able to pull off and defend the title. Had Sophie pulled off the victory, though, that would have given Wildfire all of the shared EIW championships. We were this close. This close. But it was a hell of a match. Then we got to the main event. Undisputed EIW World Champion Money Mike versus TD Fox in the cage. And after the trash these two talked to each other and the simmering, seemingly non-stop rivalry that's been going on between Money and Powerhouse, Money used this as to teach a lesson to Powerhouse because TD Fox is his mentor, his leader, his coach, whatever you want to call it. And as much hype as this match got and as much trash as was talked, I was expecting a hell of a fight. And honestly, Money came out and showed why he is the reigning champ. Money made short work of TD Fox and made it look pretty easy. I gotta say, it was impressive. So he goes into the match against Powerhouse in the pay-per-view with a lot of momentum. That's a quick wrap-up of Wildfire. Quick little preview. I'm not all sure of what Madness has planned for their part of the pay-per-view card. Excuse me. But I will touch on a couple things I know that Wildfire talent will be involved in. We will be opening the show with, I believe right now it's a 6-man. It may get up to an 8-man if we have a couple more members of the roster that need something to do. But we're going to open the show with a 6-man elimination match. And I know right now, off the top of my head, Johnny Stark is involved. I believe Billy Ray Dog's in it. Addicts Black, you're in it. And I believe The Future, we're going to see you in it. And the newest signing, that's who I was forgetting. The newest signing to Wildfire, the Dark Cowboy, Geddy. He will make his debut. He will be part of the elimination match to open the pay-per-view. Like I said, it may get tweaked, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's all who's in it for right now. As far as other things go for Wildfire, Razor Parker and Roxanne will be defending the mixed tag titles against a challenging team coming from Madness, which we will find out later this week who that team will be when Madness has their next show. What else are we doing? I can't remember where it's at on the card. Sean Franklin, you're defending the Intercontinental title against Sandra Cool. I'm looking forward to that one as well. Who else? Oh, yours truly, Jerry James. Even though it's technically part of the Madness side of the card, I will be in action because the little what-up dude decided to blindside me and hit me with a damn ball bat the other day. Or lead pipe or kindle, I don't know what the hell he hit me with. But I'm getting payback for that. So I will be in a match against What's Up Dude. Now, before we get to whatever else Madness has going on, the big announcement, for the first time, the Trios titles, that's right, the EIW Trios titles, will be debuted, and they will be won for the first time. We have a cross-brand match with Divinity from Madness taking on the Mob from Wildfire for the titles. That one should be fun. I am probably looking forward to that almost as much as anything on the card. And then, of course, another cross-brand match. Sleazy and Cooter will defend the World Tag Titles against the British Combat Club, and I'm pretty sure that one's going to get violent and nasty because they've been trading some sneak attacks back and forth. And then we finally lay something to rest. Excuse me. In a 3 Stages of Hell match for the undisputed EIW World Title, Money Mike defends against Powerhouse for the last time. We've already laid out the rules. If Money wins this one, Powerhouse never gets another shot as long as Money is a champion. This is the last chance. With 3 stages of hell, this is going to be a good one, folks. You want to watch this one for sure. And we've got some other stuff going on. I think TD Fox is doing something. I'm not sure. Whatever else Madness is doing over there. But thank you for a few minutes of your time, and I hope you enjoy your day. We'll see y'all at the next episode of Madness. And then get ready for Sin City, folks. It's going to be fun.